Welcome to our weekly updates.
Sorry. Weekly updates with Lizette and
Remzel. And
Martin.
he,
Martin.
he
What the
resisted
heck?
so hard to do that. He resisted so hard. I saw the struggle in his eyes. He's like,
I
I
was like,
wonder. I wonder if Martin struggles to say his name in interviews. Like, my name is Martin. Imagine.
I do, I do. Sometimes yeah. The last interview that I had, I want just to say it and when, like literally scream out my name. I'm just like, it's like that feeling, you know how when you want to like
Do
when
you
you have
say?
hiccups,
Mhm.
when you have a hiccup, like you're like holding your breath. That's how I felt when I wanted to say my
oh
name
my
out loud.
gosh.
Do you say your name like my name is Martin, or do you say Martin?
Martin,
Okay.
which
Okay.
which my parents love it, but my sisters hate it when we're out in public and I say and someone asks me, hey, what's your name? Or for example, Starbucks, right? And they're like Martin. They overhear it and they just like always telling me like, dude, why do you say Martin? Why not say Martin? Just like because I want to embrace that culture, Martin, that acento, just like yeah,
I
It's
love
funny.
yeah,
that. Embrace the culture.
yeah.
I have
I
culture issues.
I agree with you. I think there's just some names that sound so much better in Spanish and like have that that funness to it when you say it. Because when you change it to English, it just sounds boring.
Yeah, for
My
example,
na-
George.
my name
George,
is
why not say Jorge?
Ramsel.
Yeah, Ramsey.
See?
And then in English, my name is
So,
Ramsel.
there you go, see?
You know what? Your name either way sounds good. It sounds interesting.
But in Spanish, you get to roll the R.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one thing for me, like, I don't mind when people say my name is Lisette or Lisette, but people say it so weird sometimes, and I'm like, no, it's Lisette. And there's like specific few times that I ever like change it up like that, but it's just because of the way people say it. My biggest pet peeve though is if people call me Liz. Oh my goodness. I hate when
Mm.
people shorten names. I don't absolutely like that at all. Um, but there's times where people call me that I just have to like suck it up and be like, okay, whatever, bye.
All right. Let's dive into the announcements. What are the
Announcements for this week. Go ahead, Martin. You want to give them up?
Go, Ramzo. It's your turn.
Oh, you said one
So
of them is. I thought
that's
you were gonna start.
that's a cue
Oh.
that for our viewers, that's a cue that Martin forgot.
You
It's
did.
okay. You forgive him because we don't have it. We
Uh,
don't have it in front of us. Lisette tells us just
We
before.
don't.
All right. So, for our first year candidates, right? Um, First off, thank you for everything that you've been doing. Secondly, if there are those of you who are still missing stuff, you need to do it right away because we're not going to wait any longer. Um, First year is already ending, and then you're going to be moving on to second year if you've completed everything. If not, there's nothing we can do. You're going to be stuck in first year again. I literally had a parent call me and say, "Hey, you're my kid's teacher. I wanted to know if they still are able to do all the stuff they've been missing because they've been just very lazy, and I'm now getting on their back for it." I'm like, yeah, sure, they can still do it." And they're like, "Okay, you know what? It's okay if they flunk. You can flunk them if you want." But thank you for the opportunity for us to make up everything that's missing. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I just started laughing. So take the opportunity. We're giving you the opportunity to still complete the stuff that you're missing,
yeah,
so you
I
can
usually
pass.
I usually don't like late work, but
Yeah,
I've been very lenient on you guys, so
yeah.
it's the teacher in me.
So please do that work. Go into second year. We're really, if you have any questions about anything, reach out to us. We're literally waiting sometimes with nothing to do.
Who are
Myself,
you talking
I,
about? Because I
I,
have a lot to do.
I mean, I have a lot of work, but I have a lot of work, but
You Martin used to wait doing nothing, but now he's got
but
a job too. So we're all moving.
but yeah, but now we're all moving. We're all gonna be very busy, and if you need help, like we're gonna be like, well, let's try and do something, but we can't guarantee anything anymore because we're all gonna be super busy because there's a lot of stuff that we're trying to rush to do, especially because I know that the summer is nearly coming to an end, and I know we've been in quarantine this whole summer, which is both a good and a bad that I see it as. Bad because we haven't been able to go out. Good because this says I feel like I personally, and I know Martin will say this as well, and I know Lisette will say this as well, and I know other people will say this as well, that we have learned to kind of in our own way because we've been kind of stuck at our homes. Uh, at times we've learned to turn that time over to God and grow with our relationship with God, something that all of you guys can do, both first year and second year kids. Now moving on to, if I haven't forgotten anything for first year, moving on to second year. I think.
Yeah. No, you're good with first year.
Okay, good.
Just completing your stuff, guys. I did mention before for first year that we're going on a break in August and September. So you guys won't be doing anything on Google Classroom. For us, during those few months, we'll be working on the new schedule for you guys. We're working on registrations, how we're going to
So
do
while
that.
you guys get a break, we do not.
We do not. We still have a lot of stuff to do. So I know because of COVID and everything, even our next year might look completely different. Um, so there's going to be a lot of changes that we are now dealing with, that we have to adapt to, and hopefully, I really thank you guys for adapting. This whole online um, Bible studies and everything. I truly, truly do appreciate it that you guys, it's been a couple of rocky starts at first, but that you guys continue to, turn in your assignments and, do this whole new way of learning that we have been teaching you guys. It's been great. And hopefully next year, what we're trying to figure out is maybe hybrid. So we'll let you guys know more about that. But just complete your stuff for right now. Um, Next week is going to be our last Bible study and our last tag for a while. So during next week, make sure that you guys watch it because there's going to be very important announcements coming your way regarding that break. So I think that's it for first year. My second year students, you guys, we are so close. And I was literally talking to someone. I was talking to one of the candidates on Sunday when I saw them, that these next 2 weeks are going to be the longest 2 weeks of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
We are trying to get everything together for your ceremony, and I pray that it happens. But there's all this talk about a shutdown again, and I don't know what's going to happen, but we will keep you guys updated with anything that does go on or anything the Archdiocese does tell us. As of right now, I know last week we mentioned that due to changes, it's going to be held outside, right? I know me and Ramzel talked about you guys turning in that survey. And so majority of you guys said that you still wanted to do it. It didn't matter, rain or shine, whatever. You wanted to get it done. So we are going to do them outside, just as Mass has been going outside. But what I need you guys to do is I need you guys to RSVP. So I sent out yesterday an email to all your emails basically saying that you had to reserve your seats of who is coming. So you have to write down the names of those who are coming with you to the ceremony. As well, if you wanted that extra ticket, I know a couple of you guys asked because for whatever reason you want an extra ticket. There is a waiting list that is happening. It's also on your emails as well. But I would like to ask you a favor regarding the waiting list. If you don't need an extra seat, don't ask for it. And the only reason why I say this is because we are limited to 100 people. And I think a couple of us don't understand what 100 actually means, right? There's already 80 of you coming, and then there's my team who's coming to help throughout the ceremony. So it's a lot of people one place, and I don't want to risk, having another shutdown because we have like 101, or whatever. So it's important for us to keep that number at a minimum. And so I ask you, if you don't need that extra ticket, don't ask for it. It's better for us, and I'm sorry that this had to be this way, right? That the limit of people coming. But as of right now, due to the circumstances that they've told us. So we've asked you, or we've told you that if you're one candidate, you're allowed to bring 3 additional people. If you have a sibling who's getting confirmed with you on the same day, then you guys have 4 additional people to bring along with you, right? But yeah, there's that waiting list. It's not guaranteed. We're trying to do the best that we can. And I will let you know a week before if your guest is approved or not approved, right? And if it's not approved, don't get mad at me, okay? I literally put on the bottom, I understand that this is not guaranteed because I know people were gonna come at me if I didn't put it. So for my safety and your safety, just know that it's not guaranteed, but you can give it a try anyways. But I am getting the ones who absolutely need it, like who have kids at home who cannot stay at home by themselves, right? So just know that. And I think there's still a couple of you guys who owe money, right? And so what I've told you is because during this week they've announced that nobody can be coming into the offices to bring money or anything like that. A couple of you have tried and I've let it slide or whatever, but make sure that if you guys owe money, the thing that you can do is email me to ask me what your balance is. And the way you are going to pay that balance is by calling the office and then them taking it through your card on the phone. So that's the only way they're doing the money right now, at least. But if anything else does change, then I will let you know. But as of right now, that's how everything's going down. If you guys are missing certificates or you're missing to turn in your sponsor form, you can always email me those. You don't have to necessarily come in and drop them off. I think it's even better if it's paperless. That way there's no paper being, thrown out or whatever. So if you're missing any documents, you're more than welcome to email me. And if you guys have any other questions, I am on the email from like 1 to 7. I'm on there and I respond really, really quick. So just know that from 1 to 7, I'm on there, right? But I think other than that, I think that's it for the announcements. Stay safe, guys. Wear your mask outside. Don't be those people. You don't know who they are. Don't be them. For your protection and for our protection, just put them on. You'll be fine. You won't die.
And make
Hopefully.
sure that your nose is covered.
Oh,
It's no longer effective if you put it underneath your nose. You gotta keep it above your nose.
Yeah. Keep up with your prayers, guys. Don't lose hope. And again, like I said before, a fair warning, this is going to be the longest 2 weeks of our lives, but we will get through it. And hopefully we'll all see each other on the day of our confirmation, and we'll give each other those imaginary high fives that you did it. Yeah. With that, stay tuned for our Bible study, and we'll see you soon. Peace.